Okay, so I've got good news and bad news before I start. Bad news is, gotta do another quality video like this, which sucks. But the good news is, the quality will get better in a couple days, so we should be doing well soon. But, to this at hand, who would have expected this result? I sure didn't. So, here's a review. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Drew, better known as RockChalk01, and today, yesterday, whenever you're watching this, the 9th-ranked Kansas Jayhawks were back in Allen Fieldhouse to take on the Seton Hall Pirates for the annual Big 12 Big East battle, and KU won in a blowout fashion by a final score of 91-65. Yeah, who would have thought this was going to happen, because I thought Seton Hall was a pretty decent team with a really good coach in Holloway, who came from St. Peter's, which he brought that team to an Elite Eight and returned to his alma mater. And yeah, KU kind of played spoiler and said, nope, this is going to be a drastic win for us, and it should build confidence going into the tougher non-conference schedule these next couple of weeks. Yeah, a lot of good things happened, and there were a few things that we would really need to fix. So with that being said, for those of you who do not know, I give positives and negatives about the game. I give a player of the game and a player who needs to improve. So without further ado, let's do it. So let's take a look at some of the positives. And first positive that comes to my mind, KU shooting night. An incredible shooting night from the Kansas offense. KU shot 57% from the field and going 41% from three. And lo and behold, this was KU's best free throw shooting performance of the season, as KU went 86% from the free throw line. Which, yay! Finally, a good performance from the charity strike. Next up, we take a look at the defensive side. KU did well defensively, holding Seton Hall to 44% from the field, 21% from three, and an abysmal 59% from the free throw line. Going on top of that, KU held Seton Hall over from three for 25 minutes. So from the beginning of the first half to roughly about 14:50 left in the game, KU held Seton Hall without a three-pointer, which that was really, really good. Other positives, KU won the rebounding battle 37-25, and if you take away KU's offensive rebounds, KU would still win the battle by only one. Another thing, KU won the assist battle as well, 16-11. KU won the turnover battle as well, as they forced 16 Seton Hall turnovers and scored 22 off of them, while the Pirates forced 11 Jayhawk turnovers and scored 13. Blocks was won in favor of KU 3-2. Points in the paint was also won by Kansas 40-34. Fast break points was won by the Jayhawks 13-8. And bench points was also won by KU 23-16. So a lot of good things came out of this. So those are all my positives. Not very many negatives in this one, but there was a couple. The only stat line that KU lost in terms of like points in the paint, points off turnovers, second chance points, all that stuff was second chance points, as Seton Hall won that battle 10-9. But the big factor in this one, that is my main negative, is foul trouble, and KU couldn't stay out of it. 22 fouls were given to the Kansas team, while Seton Hall was only charged with 17 fouls in the game, and 16 fouls were drawn, but they got a technical foul with roughly 12 minutes left, which I don't even remember what happened, but yeah, they got a technical foul as well, so that's why the number's at 17. But guys who got in foul trouble go as follows. Dylan Wilhite had 2. You had Zuby Ejiofor, who had 2 fouls. MJ Rice had 2. Ernest Uday had 2. Kevin McCullough had 2. DeJuan Harris had 3. And KJ Adams had the most foul trouble as he finished with 4. Which, yeah, if we're going to get these guys with 2, 3, 4 fouls in this ball game, it's going to be tough for us to keep guys on the floor and win games. So, got to do better in controlling fouls in this game. So, yeah, those 2 things are my negatives. Player of the game. Now, there's a few guys who I can give honorable mentions to because they actually stood out like a sore thumb and played pretty well. One of the guys being Ernest Uday Jr. 10 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and a steal in 12 minutes. He also went perfect from the field, going 4 for 4. DeJuan Harris had an incredible performance. 10 points, 1 rebound, 7 assists, and 3 steals in 31 minutes. Had a really good shooting night, going 5 of 6. Jalen Wilson, another double-double for number 10, as he got 15 points, 13 rebounds, 1 assist, and a block in 32 minutes. The only reason why Jalen didn't get it is because of his cold shooting night. 5 of 13 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3, and 2 for 4 from the free throw line. So with all those guys out of the picture, my player of the game is Kevin McCullough. And wow, Kevin played incredible after coming off an injury, which I don't even know what he was injured for, but he came off injury and he balled out. In 35 minutes, Kevin scored 17 points, had 10 rebounds, so he got a double-double, 1 assist, 4 steals. Wow, what a stat line. And his shooting numbers were incredible as well. 6 of 10 from the field, 3 for 4 from 3, and 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Yeah, Kevin played incredible, and I pictured him at the beginning of the season to be like a top 3, top 4 scorer in terms of the guys on this roster, and he proved it here. He proves that he belongs, and yeah, injury wouldn't set him back. So yeah, hopefully he can continue with his stellar performances in the weeks coming, but for this specific game, Kevin McCullough is the player of the game. Now, player who needs to improve. I'm actually going to do something that I don't think I've ever done, so this might be a first, and give a dishonorable mention. And he would have been my player who needs to improve, but then he ended up scoring a lot more than I thought. So MJ Rice is my dishonorable mention. In 13 and a half minutes, Rice scored 5 points, had 1 rebound and a steal. He shot 2 of 4 from the field and 0 for 2 from 3. But yeah, excuse me for that. I got a little choked up. Yeah, he struggled until late, where he scored roughly all of his 5 points in the span of 5 minutes. So yeah, if it wasn't for that, he would have got the player who needs to improve nod. But for the sake of it, my player who does need to improve is Zuby Ejiofor. And yeah, he's probably the first scorer to be on this list since DeJuan Harris. Zuby finished with 2 points, 1 rebound, and a steal in 8 minutes. Didn't shoot, but his only production was going 2 for 2 from the free throw line. And the reason why I'm giving it to Zuby is because he got into foul trouble quickly. If it wasn't for him getting 2 quick fouls in a span of maybe a minute and a half, he would have been probably left off, and it would have gone to maybe a potential scoreless guy, which more or less would have gone to Zach Clements. But you know, I'm going to cut him some slack because he's going to continue to be this player who needs to improve for the rest of the season if he doesn't make a stinking shot. But Zuby gets it just because he got into foul trouble quickly. It just seemed like he was trying to get himself open, but he tried to make the extra pass, and sometimes it didn't work, and it ended up giving him a turnover as well. So, yeah, I think he's fine, but just this game, the 2 quick fouls really hurt him. So yeah, that's why Zuby Ejiofor is my player who needs to improve. Alright, and that's going to do it for my review of KU versus Seton Hall. Again, the final score, Kansas 91, Seton Hall 65. Leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Push that notification bell. And yeah, again, I want to apologize for the lack of quality in this video. It should be a couple of days before I get everything completely back to the way it was. And yeah, not crappy quality. It just took a little bit longer than it should have. And I should see you again for the next basketball review, as the Hawks will travel to Columbia, Missouri to take on their bitter rivals, the Missouri Tigers, in the Border Showdown. But until then, have a good day. Never ever bring exotic dancers to the field house, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.